A woman who forced her husband into marriage. That's what they call a woman who normally lives separately, but comes to the husband's house only for necessary occasions. She's here. I'm Masato Kazama, corporate slave, and the person coming here is my beautiful wife, my cute girlfriend. Nope, not that.
Hello! I'm the forceful new grad.
What are you, a comedian? Even though it's the weekend, she's full of energy. Her name? Nagisa Inami. She's my junior colleague at work, and her other name is the needy new hire. Just as you can see, her looks and her work ethic are good, and she's a high-spec girl. She's actually here.
Of course I would be. I'm the type to actually do what I say I will. And I would be grateful if you can use me as your housemaid today.
Housemaid, huh? Of course, it's a very grateful situation. But she's still my junior colleague at work.
If you're not into the maid outfit, then we should change it into a newlywed setting or girlfriend setting.
Don't say that like you're asking me if I want dinner or a bath first.
Or Nagisa.
You're embarrassing, so hurry up and get in!
Aw, don't be so forceful.
Maybe I should have just let her walk in herself. In order to explain the reason why Nagisa was at my house, I'd have to go back in time.
I must give back to you.
Huh? This was during a break time at the office. I was having lunch with Nagisa, and then she started saying some nonsense. What do you mean, give back to me? And also, it's not a life or death thing either. What are you giving back to me for anyway?
Last week, when I had to stay home from work, you did my work for me.
Oh, when you were sick with a cold.
That's right, that's right.
That's true. In place of Nagisa, who was out sick, I remember taking over her requests from her clients. And towards the end of it, I also remember being irritated by a crazy request over the phone.
Mr. Masato, please feed me the pudding.
Of course, I wasn't irritated towards Nagisa. Don't worry about it.
Mr. Masato?
Before you took over, I was the person in charge for that client anyway. Plus, it was just a cold. There was nothing you could do. I was her senior colleague, and I was in charge of training her. So I knew how hard she was working every single day to get her job done. I wasn't looking for anything in return. Actually, just working together with her, I was getting more than enough. So really, don't say something so cheesy like giving back to me. I'm sure Nagisa understood how I felt.
But
What?
I want to give back to you. And I want to go to your house, Mr. Masato.
No. She didn't understand. So you just want to hang out?
Because without an excuse, I can't be with you on my days off either.
Have you ever heard the saying, repaying a favor with a bruise?
Please allow me to serve you. Cooking and cleaning, I'm going to do all of the chores perfectly and show you I'm going to wear my own clothes and an apron. I'm going to make your heart skip a beat at me and in my personal life.
Stop raising the bar by yourself!
And I'm going to also wear my best underwear and...
Stop it! Not in front of everybody! Well, that was a conversation. And that brings us to today.
I see. So this is your apartment, Mr. Masato?
I'm sure there's nothing interesting about a single salaryman's apartment.
Not at all. This is a treasure box of interesting to me.
Stop making fun of somebody's home! I guess she really does do as she says. It seems she really wasn't here just to have fun or mess around.
Ta-da! Chorus mode!
You're serious?
I'm going to be doing all of the cleaning down to the last corner. Now that I'm here, you can relax. I'm not going to leave one speck of dust in your apartment, Mr. Masato.
Are you trying to demolish my room? Because that's exactly what a demolition contractor would say. Even though I was treating her like a demolition contractor. It was a new look to see Inami out of a suit. She wasn't just in casual clothes, she was also wearing an apron. especially because she was a new college grad. It felt more like a girlfriend than a wife. I completely fell prey to Inami's plan, and I felt pathetic for actually feeling my heart skip a beat. I really am a simple guy.
How was it? Is your heart beating faster and faster at the newlywed wife pouring out of me?
What?
If you let me become your wife, every day will be full of fast heartbeats and lots of flirting. From this thing to that thing, anything you want to do is welcome.
The impact of those words is high.
Well then, Mr. Masato, go ahead and propose. Let's vow our eternal love to each other now.
Obviously, there's no way I would do that so easily.
I guess you weren't excited enough.
I definitely can't say that my heart was about to explode and turn to dust. The self-proclaimed wife was amazing. Inami, in her chores mode, had transformed into a cleaning monster. In the living room,
After I vacuum, I'm going to make sure that I use a towel to wipe the floors down with water and then dry it. And for the fabrics, I'm going to spray an instant mixture of fabric softener diluted by water. It could keep static from foaming. And it also makes dust stick less easily.
in the kitchen,
For the slimy sink, we're going to put in vinegar with baking soda. And then, how strange. All of the grime that's been piling up for years disappears with the bubbles. If you leave it for about 30 minutes and rinse it with hot water, then sayonara. Anytime they come back, say farewell again.
in the front door,
Every now and then, you should air out some of your shoes so that they don't get moldy, and care for the shoes that are working so hard every day. The front door is an important place to give goodbye kisses and welcome home kisses. We need to make sure that it's clean for that.
Before I knew it, every single corner and every single thing in every room was sparkling clean. Wow, there should really be one Inami per family.
Those words, may I accept them as your proposal?
Obviously not!
Damn!
Judging by the huge smile on her face, it seems that Inami was in fact a girl who loves to clean. She did so much cleaning for me. I tried to suggest going to a barbecue restaurant that wasn't a chain, or a sushi restaurant that didn't come on the belt, but
I'm only just about to begin giving back to you.
she spoke that line like it was from a battle manga, and in the end, I lost, and we ended up eating dinner at my house. And then it was just as she said. On the dining table in my apartment, there's a lineup of multiple dishes that would invite any appetite.
Mr. Masato, how does it taste?
Yeah, I could eat this forever. It's super delicious.
I'm going to keep making more so you can keep eating more. Anything for Mr. Masato? La la la, la la la, that's right, la la la.
Watching her in the kitchen, I thought, I wonder if this is what it's like to have a wife. Or maybe not a wife, but more a girlfriend. Especially since the kitchen in my apartment was small. It didn't feel much like a home for the married couple. I feel bad. I'm the only one eating ahead.
Not at all. I was the one that told you to eat before it gets cold. Even though I like eating together, like we do at the office at lunch. But I'm also really happy to cook while you say that my food is delicious and in heaven right now. And just so you know, I'm not the kind of cheap girl to do this for just anybody or any guy, you know.
Can you please spare me from words that make it hard for me to respond?
I guess it really depends on my relationship with the person.
Relationship with a person?
I only get feelings of wanting to do something for special people.
In the way that Inami's doing all of the chores for me, and the same way that I teach Inami how to do her job?
If it was somebody that I didn't like, then I would think, why would I have to do this for you?
It was exactly as she said. Because we have a good relationship, it was easy to give and take. And because she was a special person, it makes me want to reach out my hand without asking for anything in return.
And that's why I'm saying that I'm really happy right now. I can take care of you, Mr. Masato.
Sure. I knew that she meant it, because I didn't see a shadow of a lie or flattery in the face that she made to me. Inami finally let loose and switched over from cooking time to eating time.
I'm hungry. Tastes so much better when it's hot. How is it that mushroom tempura could be this delicious?
Here, I also have a bottle of the sake that you like.
Yay! Well then, why don't we have a toast? Cheers!
They often say, it's not what you eat, but who you eat with. However, when there's delicious food and somebody you like, and this amazing setup in line, there isn't a more luxurious meal than this.
Wow, it's so nice!
Isn't it? This bottle is the reason why I started to like Japanese sake.
When you put it in your mouth, it spreads really softly, and after you swallow it, it just quietly disappears down my throat.
Yeah.
I don't want to make too much of a claim, but it's almost like me, always walking one step behind you, Mr. Masato.
Yeah, I get that. Wait, what are you saying?
You heard me.
Whoa! Don't get so close to me!
It's starting to get a little chilly outside, and it makes me want to be spoiled.
I feel like you're the type that wants to be spoiled regardless of the seasons.
Oh no, you should see me in the winter.
So she wants to be more spoiled than this?
Mr. Masato,
You can eat it yourself!
are you sure? Because next time, I'm going to ask you to feed me. Not with the chopsticks, but with your mouth.
What kind of threat is that? Okay, fine. Here.
Yay! It's even more delicious. They say that an empty stomach is the best spice, but I think being spoiled is a good competition for that. Don't you agree?
That's hard to answer, so no comment. It was right when she was asking to be spoiled.
What will I be doing 10 years from now?
I glanced over at the commercial on television, and I subconsciously reacted. To put it well, I was obsessed with my work. To put it sadly, I was jealous. I was working at an advertising agency, but anytime that I see a new commercial, it makes me want to check it out. That's super fancy. They're using 3 of the most popular actresses right now. The 3 beautiful sisters played by those actresses were talking happily about their future. Those 3 were all playing lead roles in the movies they were in, so it had a lot of impact. Must be nice. I wish we could make big ads like this too.
All of us at Inami Trading Company are rooting for everybody's future.
For ads for these huge companies, I wonder how much they're spending on the production cost. What just happened? I turned to Inami, and her expression had completely changed. Even though she was just laughing and smiling so much, the difference was obvious. It was after she heard the word Inami Trading Company. Wait a minute. Is Inami Trading Company the company that your relatives own? I must have hit the nail on the head, because she looked like she gave in.
I guess so. It's my father's company.
No way! I was the one that asked her, but still, I was shocked. That's how overwhelming it was, the scale of Inami Trading Company. That's one of the most major of the major companies. Every year, it's a company that makes it into the top ratings of companies to join, companies with high salaries, companies with good work culture.
You seem to know a lot.
It's not that I know a lot. If you go on the internet, it's news that you'll see whether you like it or not. I couldn't say it. That when I was on the train after working long overtime, I often checked the rankings on my phone for companies like that. I knew that you were a high-spec girl, but I didn't expect that you were the daughter of a CEO. Wait a minute. Do you have a pool in your backyard, or do you have a housemaid at home?
Even if I had a pool, I never use it.
Huh? So that means that your house actually has a pool? Jealous doesn't even begin to cover it!
Not at all. All it does is cost maintenance fees, and it's definitely way more fun to go to the public pool. It's only in the way.
And by the way, do you have a housemaid?
Well, yes.
Oh, this definitely isn't just a housemaid. It's definitely a live-in permanent helper. What is it? This sudden feeling of helplessness. Knowing that she grew up in a very abnormal household, I could see the embarrassment and awkwardness all over her face. But at the same time, she was using a spray made of fabric softener diluted with water and eating a packet of mushrooms that cost 98 cents a pack deliciously. You really are a well-made junior colleague, damn it!
It's really not as great as it seems.
What?
It is true that we may be wealthier than the average, but my father was never the type to do anything for his family, so...
It didn't look like she was trying to be modest. I could see the faintest smile on her face, and I could feel that she had given up.
He never once played with me growing up, nor did he ever participate in any school activities. It wasn't just that. All he would say was, "You don't have time to play. This is the time for you to work hard and struggle." And my entire week, every single day, was filled with lessons.
That's amazing. So you were living a packed life like this your whole life.
Yeah. When I was a student, I wish I could have played with my friends more. And what I can't stand more than anything is...
Oh!
They've been telling me for years to have an arranged marriage with someone from Minami Trading Company. But there's no way I want to have an arranged marriage. Ugh. What do they think of their daughter's life?
So I guess when you come from a good family, those are the problems you have. Huh? What's wrong?
Just so you know, it's not like I'm here at your place trying to win you over, Mr. Masato, simply because I don't want to get married.
Like I said before, I don't know how to respond to that.
Anyway, compared to the household that actually feels like home, my family has nothing to be jealous of.
I guess you had your struggles growing up too.
Mr. Masato, another glass.
Yeah. They say that sake seeps well into an empty stomach, but I guess sake seeps well into an angry stomach. Before I knew it, it was nighttime, and I was walking Inami to the train station. Thank you, really, for today. I had a great day thanks to you.
I'm glad I could be of use. But also, I'm sorry. I was here to give back to you. But in the end, I was blabbing and you were listening to my complaints.
Don't worry about it. But also, if we're talking about the main reason, it's because I reacted to the commercial.
That was nice of you to say.
Inami was smiling, but anybody could tell that it was forced. Even though she's normally the type to come on strong, sometimes she holds back in the weirdest times. She was a strange one. Plus, it's not like it was a boring conversation either.
What?
Reminiscing about her past, she had frustrated expressions, sometimes angry. Maybe she wasn't able to have a warm family environment before. And maybe she was in a fight with her father. But even then, you know, for me, I was glad that I was able to get to know more about you. Without having struggled in the past, you wouldn't be able to have such an up and down in feelings. It may not be complete, but I'm sure she was able to feel a little bit better about it. When I see how endlessly positive you are, I can also tell that you're making it work somehow on your own.
Mr. Masato, what do we do? I would really like to kiss you right now.
Huh? We're in the middle of the crossroad. What on earth are you saying?
Because you're saying things that make my heart sing. But I need to do this first, don't I?
Inami pulled out her cell phone from her pocket, and then, after taking 2 deep breaths.
Hello? Dad, may I have a minute right now? I am not going to accept the arranged marriage.
She had her head up in a dignified posture, and more than anything, the determination searing in her eyes.
Today, I finally felt it. That I want to be with the person that I love forever. And that person is always going to be by my side. Not only in the good times, but no matter how hard things get. And I love him as a man and as a partner.
Is she saying this to her father? Or is she saying it to me?
That was all I wanted to say to you. If you'll excuse me.
Inami looked like she had said everything she needed to say, and then she returned her cell phone to her pocket. And then, as though she lost all power, she fell into me.
My voice may have been shaking. That was the most nervous I've been in my life.
I see. You did it though. Hey, Inami?
Yes?
You and me, Why don't we date?
What?
Your reaction is exactly as I imagined, and I'm embarrassed.
Oh, really? Is that real? If this is a prank, then I'm going to cry.
Relax. It's how I really feel.
That phone call was just to express my decision, and it's not like I was trying to pressure you.
How many times are you going to ask me? Do you hate me?
Obviously, I love you. Because, you know, until this very moment, no matter how much I pushed or pulled, you didn't even budge at all.
Listen,
Yes.
there's no way I hadn't budged at all.
What does that mean?
As a man, as a partner, I'm saying that I love you too, okay? Not only in the fun times, but also in the hard times. Inami said that she would be by my side no matter what. And I also felt the same way. Going around to sales meetings together, or going out to drink together every day, because Inami was by my side, that's why my life was fulfilling.
I love you too.
Inami. My face was a little bit pink from the alcohol, but in an instant, it was bright red. But of course it was, because I was kissed by the girl that I love, in a place like this.
I was finally able to get an answer, and more than anything, I just couldn't wait anymore. If anything, I want you to compliment me for holding back and stopping at the cheek.
As usual, you want to be spoiled.
Well then, shall we go back home now?
My junior colleague, and now my girlfriend, Inami, grabbed my arm and leaned onto me. Our destination was no longer the train station, but tracing our steps back down the same street.
Hey, Masato.
Hmm?
I'm not going to hold back at home, you know.
What?
Masato, I love you.